Hey, I'm Adarsh, an operations consultant for McKinsey Company, focusing predominantly on digital manufacturing and digital supply chain transformations. I effectively help clients from across the region to roadmap and embark on their Industry 4.0 journeys. A typical day. It's tough to narrow down because it depends on a couple of different factors. It depends on the client that you're working with, the project and scope that has been defined. It also depends on your team structure. So I would say, in general, you would have obviously daily check-ins with your broader team to kind of align on what the objectives are for the day and ensure that it's on track. You would have working sessions and touch points with your client just to keep everyone involved in this project together. You would have problem solving sessions with your larger McKinsey team and with your leadership where you would discuss with them and identify potential solutions for the problem statements that you've identified. Things can start as early as 7:30 a.m. and can go on quite late. Obviously, that depends predominantly on the client that you're working with and their locations. But yeah, it varies, right? Because consulting is such a fast-paced and constantly changing environment that you can't really narrow down to a general structure. You define it for each project. What I like most, okay, I would say two things. One would be the opportunity to drive client impact, to bring forward a new perspective or a new point of view, a new idea to the table, to my clients, which they wouldn't have been able to come up with, or they didn't know, or they weren't too familiar with, is very exciting for me. Because once they see the potential impact that it can bring, the clients get excited about it, and they really look forward to going forward with the next steps on, whether it's implementation or whether it's strategy. That is very exciting for me because I feel like I'm playing an active role in pushing this client to success. The second part that really excites me, it's the relationships and the network that I can build, whether it's within the firm, internally, or whether it's with clients and with the external folks, right? Like the opportunity that I have to sit with like C-suite members, CXOs, and have a proper connection with them and learn from them as well. I feel like that's one of the it's a very unique opportunity for me, especially because I would like to say that I'm quite young, to work with people with that much industry experience. And yeah, so these two are the main things that excites me most about being a consultant. An unpopular opinion about what I do. Okay. People say consulting is just making slides and making slides look pretty. It is so much more than that because it's not about having the prettiest slides. It's about the story that you create and how you communicate that to clients. You can have the nicest looking slides with the perfect alignments, but if clients cannot connect with your story or cannot understand what you're trying to convey, then those slides have not done their job. Whereas if you have a very dirty slide uh, with just scribbles on top of it, but if clients can clearly see what you're trying to convey from it, then those slides, I would say, drive better impact than the nice looking slides. So I would say, yeah, it's so much more than just making slides. It's also about how you communicate. It's about what you're trying to convey to client and the entire storylining aspect. So I'm currently reading two books. One is Freakonomics by Stephen Dubner and Stephen Levitt. It's very exciting to see how they bring in your general economic analysis onto day-to-day life and try connecting two seemingly separate entities or separate occurrences and bring that together and kind of find a causal relationship between the two of them. I think it's really cool that they're able to do that to, your just average day-to-day stuff. The second book I'm reading is The Mysterious Affair at Styles. It is a mystery novel. I got really into mystery during the pandemic, um, and I've been a sucker for Agatha Christie. So yeah, those are the two books that I'm reading right now. A lot of people, they think consulting is just problem solving. That's not entirely wrong, but I would say an equally important part is your client handling and on a broader term, your relationship handling, because it's all about people, right? It's about how you manage people, how you connect, network, and build a bond with these people, both internally with your team as well as externally with your clients. People overlook this when they hear about consulting. They think it's just, sitting in a room, whiteboarding and finding solutions. There's a lot more to that, a lot more to it. And client handling, I would say, is the main, one of the main skills, one of the main aspects that people would need to pick up in order to move forward in this line of work.